Ajla Tomljanović was born on May 7, 1993, in the city of Zagreb, Croatia. Growing up in a family with a sports background, it was almost inevitable that Tomljanović would find her passion in sports. Her father, Ratko Tomljanović, was a professional handball player, while her mother, Amina, was a former tennis player. The blend of athleticism in her genes combined with her mother's tennis influence created the perfect environment for Ajla to take up the sport. Ajla first picked up a tennis racket at the age of 6, and it didn't take long before she showed promise as a young talent. She began training seriously and participated in junior tennis events, quickly becoming recognized as one of the most promising young players in Croatia. In the early stages of her career, she was known for her fierce determination and hard work on the court. As a teenager, Tomljanović played in several junior tournaments, where she gained valuable experience and developed the skills that would later propel her into the professional ranks. Her formative years were spent traveling to international tournaments, first competing in junior circuits and then making her transition to the senior professional stage. The move from juniors to the pros wasn't easy. But her natural talent, combined with relentless effort, made her a strong contender on the ITF women's circuit. Turning professional and early struggles. Tomljanović turned professional in 2009 at the age of 16. But the early years of her career were marked by a series of challenges. As is the case for many young players, breaking into the WTA Tour proved to be a daunting task. While her powerful ground strokes and athleticism stood out, Ajla had to adjust to the tougher level of competition on the main circuit. The gap between the ITF and WTA levels is significant, and Tomljanović had to navigate the difficult transition from junior to professional tennis. Her first few years on the WTA Tour saw her compete primarily in qualifying rounds of major tournaments and in lower-tier events. In these early years, Tomljanovic's ranking remained in the lower 100s, but she showed great promise with a number of consistent performances on the ITF circuit. These early struggles were crucial for her development, as she learned to manage the pressures of the tour, adapt to different surfaces, and work on her mental toughness. Ajla's persistence on the court paid off as she slowly made progress in her career. While the early results were modest, her steady improvement demonstrated that she was capable of becoming a force in women's tennis. Her work ethic and commitment to her game became evident as she continued to push through adversity. Breakthrough and career peak. Tomljanovic's breakthrough came in 2014 when she began making deeper runs in WTA tournaments. It was a pivotal year in her career, and the results were a clear sign that Ajla had the potential to make a name for herself on the global stage. Her run to the third round of Wimbledon in 2014 was a landmark achievement that gave her the recognition she needed to elevate her career. She defeated several highly ranked players in the process, including the likes of Sam Stosur, and showcased her skill and maturity on the big stage. Her first significant breakthrough came in 2017 when she reached the fourth round of Wimbledon, a result that brought her into the spotlight as one of the sport's rising stars. This achievement not only increased her confidence but also solidified her place among the top players in the world. As her ranking improved, she continued to make deep runs in major tournaments, and it became clear that Tomljanović was a player to watch. Ajla's playing style, characterized by strong baseline strokes and a competitive mindset, helped her find success on a variety of surfaces. She was particularly dangerous on hard courts, where her aggressive game allowed her to dictate rallies and put pressure on her opponents. Her composure and ability to perform under pressure became a defining feature of her game, and she quickly earned respect from the tennis community for her grit and determination. In addition to her success at Wimbledon, Tomljanović began to make deeper runs at other Grand Slam events, including the Australian Open and the US Open. In 2019, she reached the quarterfinals of the US Open, defeating notable players along the way. This marked a significant career peak, as it proved that Ajla was capable of competing with the best players in the world on the biggest stages in tennis. This strong performance was not only a breakthrough for her but also solidified her standing in the top 50 of the WTA rankings. Main achievements. Ajla Tomljanovic's career has been marked by several notable achievements, establishing her as one of the most respected and consistent players on the WTA Tour. Some of her most significant milestones include Grand Slam quarterfinal, 2019 US Open. Tomljanović reached the quarterfinals of the 2019 US Open, a career-defining achievement. her path to the quarterfinals included impressive victories over higher-ranked players. This was a breakthrough result, proving her ability to perform in high-pressure situations. Wimbledon 4th round, 2014 and 2017. Ajla's runs to the 4th round of Wimbledon in both 2014 and 2017 were standout moments in her career. These results elevated her ranking and demonstrated her potential to compete at the highest levels. Top 30 WTA ranking. In 2019, Tomljanović cracked the top 30 of the WTA rankings, marking a career high. This achievement solidified her place among the sport's elite and signaled that she was ready to make a push toward the upper echelons of the women's game. Consistent performances at major tournaments. Aside from her breakthrough at the 2019 US Open, Ajla has had consistent results at major tournaments. She has made multiple 3rd and 4th round appearances at both the Australian Open and Wimbledon, continuing to prove herself against the best players in the world. First WTA title. In 2018, Tomljanović claimed her first WTA title at the Brisbane International, a milestone that was an important affirmation of her ability to compete with the top players on the WTA circuit. The victory marked a turning point in her career, as it signaled her readiness to compete for titles and establish herself as a mainstay on the tour. Resilience in adversity. Throughout her career, Tomljanović has faced setbacks such as injuries and difficult losses. But her ability to bounce back has been one of her defining traits. She has proven that she can overcome adversity and continue to challenge the top players, making her one of the most resilient competitors on the tour. Challenges and setbacks. Like many athletes, Tomljanović has faced her share of challenges and setbacks. One of the biggest obstacles she has encountered throughout her career has been injuries. At times, injuries have kept her off the court for significant periods, which interrupted her momentum and forced her to start over. However, Tomljanovic's determination and commitment to her recovery have allowed her to return to the tour each time stronger and more determined. In addition to physical challenges, Ajla has also faced mental and emotional hurdles. Tennis is a sport where mental toughness plays a critical role, and while she has shown remarkable resilience, there have been moments when self-doubt crept in. Despite these challenges, she has continued to improve and evolve as a player, and her unwavering belief in her abilities has allowed her to keep pushing forward. Final years and outlook for the future. As of 2023, Ajla Tomljanović is continuing to build on her career. While she has faced some challenges, including the COVID-19 pandemic's disruption of the tennis season and injuries that have hampered her progress, her hunger for success and determination to rise above the obstacles remains strong. Tomljanovic's career is far from over, and she remains a strong contender on the WTA Tour. With the right balance of physical fitness, mental strength, and consistency, she has the potential to break through and achieve even greater success in the coming years. Given her experience and tenacity, she is capable of achieving more deep runs in major tournaments and possibly even contending for Grand Slam titles. While she has already achieved much, Ajla Tomljanovic's journey is still unfolding, and tennis fans around the world are eager to see what the future holds for this talented and resilient Australian.